All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to another day of some Chrono Trigger awesomeness. So, first things first, everybody cross your fingers that the thing works. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ha! We have Square Enix. Wait for it again. They have a cool FMV at the beginning. Let's see if it shows up. Ah, dang, the FMV doesn't show up. Which kind of sucks because the FMVs are really cool in the remake of this game. But that's okay. There's a picture of all the characters. Oh no! Dang it! I ran into this problem last time as well. The thing doesn't like to work. It doesn't like to stream properly. So, hang on one second. Let me see if I can get this to work right. I do apologize. Hey, look at Squirrel Power! Squirrel Power, it's been like forever. How are you doing? I will master Path of Exile and write guides for those playing. Oh, God. No! I played Path of Exile for like... Not long. It was maybe like a couple of weeks at most. After Marvel Heroes shut down, I tried it. I really did. But, oh, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't make it. Couldn't make it work, you guys. Oh, dang it. I do really apologize. I'm trying to make this work. I don't know why the thing doesn't work. But for whatever reason, my streaming software here, the OBS stuff, it is not happy with Chrono Trigger. And I don't know why. Here, let's try it again. Yes, Danny is experiencing technical difficulties. Hi, Marathon. Hi, Tiny. Welcome to both of you. Great to have you as always. Okay, now wait for it again. See, I don't know why the FMVs do that thing. Hang on. What is this? My stream is just being really stupid. It has just like a random box where Chrono Trigger is supposed to be. And it's Cyberpunk 2079. I'm really sorry, everybody. I'm trying to make it work. I promise. I really am. Oh, this is so frustrating. Like, I barely managed to get it to work last time. Hang on, let me try this. I'll try to remake the... Oh, wait! Why is it working now? I'm not going to question it. It seems like it's working, so I'm not going to touch it. Can you guys see it? It says it's live, so there we go. Has Squirrel Power seen the Squirrel Girl painting? That, I have no idea. Squirrel Power, have you seen any of my other stuff? Any of my other videos and whatnots? Right, I don't remember what I was doing. It was probably important. I think I need to go back in time now. So for anybody who's unfamiliar with this game, first off, it's amazing. Just in time. Just in time while we're playing Chrono Trigger. It's funny. I probably shouldn't have done this, but whatever. Oh! I remember what I need to do now. I remember. So the idea of this game is that you are in a world where it is the year 1000 AD, and you go to the Millennial Celebration, or the Millennium Celebration, which is this little party thing that I was just at. And the idea is that this person that I'm with ends up getting into trouble. There's a fancy pendant involved, and there's a whole lot of hassle and whatnots of various sorts, and it's just a huge problem. There's a bunch of hullabaloo about it, and you end up going and traveling all through time. So this game was originally released on the SNES, the Super Nintendo, back in, I believe it was like 96, somewhere around there. And it's absolutely amazing. I really love it. I've actually never played through the full thing, and so I'm really excited to have it as essentially like an RPG Monday thing, the way that I had Dragon Quest 11 a few weeks back. And so yeah, I hope that you guys like it. I hope that you guys have a good time with it. And in my opinion, it very much holds up to this day for how good of a game it is. And like it maintains the quality from the SNES and how awesome it is, basically. Oh shoot, that was frustrating. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's one of those things where I'm really glad that I get to play it, because even though I had a SNES, I never got to play this game. I never owned it, I never rented it, but I love RPGs. They're my favorite type of game. So I'm really happy to be able to play it on stream for you guys, and I hope that you like it. So this is what we need to do here. Where under the bin? I am a filthy terrorist. So, fun fact, before this, just a quick recap of what happened. This girl is the princess. I ran into her, literally, at the Millennium Fair. She dropped her necklace. I gave it back to her. She ended up going back in time. I had to follow her in order to save her. And the thing is, when we went back in time, we went back to essentially the medieval times of this world. And while we were in the medieval times, we basically determined that the queen at the time was a distant relative of the current princess. And because of all that, not because of that, but at the time the Chancellor was basically overtaken by an evil entity. We had to destroy the entity. Queen had been kidnapped, yada yada. We went in and saved her. And as part of that, they said that they are going to now be much more strict about people who kidnap or attempt to kidnap the royal family, which is why now we're back in the year 1000 AD, and we end up going to court for kidnapping the princess, even though we didn't actually do anything. So there's a lot of there's a lot of interesting stuff about this particular part of the game, where you're essentially on trial, and to an extent you can control what happens with what's going on. I shouldn't have answered that, but that's beside the point. Another fun aspect of this game is that you have multiple endings before multiple endings really became a thing. Ooh. No motive. No. Not at all. I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's hilarious. Yes, the royal family is a royal mess. But yeah, it's just it's a very, very cool and well done game that people still love to this day. One fun thing is that for this is the Steam version of the game. I don't have an emulator or anything like that, and it's not on the mini SNES, which I was very, very disappointed in, because I would have played it on that. But they have an option to change the graphical style to have it as, to have it in the more pixelated version, or like sort of a re-rendered, smoothed out version instead, essentially. Dang, ain't nobody think I'm guilty. You did beat the game like 23 years ago? But that's what I mean. It was literally released in the mid-90s, and it's still an awesome game. One of the fun things about it is, and partially why I wanted to play it, is because it was made by the same group of people who did Dragon Quest, the Dragon Quest series, and also the same character designers as Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and all that kind of stuff. It's like Akira Toriyama, I believe is the guy's name, who did the original Dragon Ball stuff. So in a lot of the character designs, you can see the Dragon Ball style. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's part of why I wanted to play it, because this was one of the first really big games that Squaresoft made, back when it was Squaresoft. Oh no, I'm to be executed? So regardless of if you get found guilty or innocent, you still go to prison, and then literally the same events occur regardless. And now we awake in a daze. Thankfully they don't take all your stuff. I think that you can basically bug them and get them to open the door. The idea is to get you out. I think eventually somebody comes to bust you out, but the easier way is just to bug them. So, yeah, as far as Toriyama is concerned, they didn't take my sword, thankfully. As far as Toriyama's style is concerned, you'll see it a lot more with some of the later character designs. It's quite evident. You know what I really need is tabs. I wonder if there are any around here. So in this game, the way that it works with at least most stuff is you've got, just like with any RPG, you have, what's it called? Dang it, I can't think right now. You have stats. And your stats determine what happens. You have the infamous active time battle style of gameplay, where you have your time bar go up, and when the thing is full, then you get your turn. If you increase your speed stat, that thing increases much faster. And so it makes it a little bit easier to do things. You also earn tech points, which gets you new what's it called? Like capabilities, like attacks, the fancy attacks and stuff like that. It's not quite magic, but it's close-ish. It's a similar concept to magic attacks. Oh, dang. So you can see there's, that's a crit, if anyone's wondering. So you can see I've got two bars. I've got the green bar is my health. The bar below that is the active time battle one. Alright, so we gotta get out of here. And I don't know the way. Stupid shields. Oh my god, this place is too big. Dang it. But yeah, the tabs in the game, there's attack, speed, and defense? I don't remember. Attack and speed are the main ones I remember. And so obviously they increase their respective stats. So, oh, there you go, strength capsule. Oh, I guess they must have changed the name. Because I remember before it used to be called called that other thing. Party. I just want to see what my stats are. Oh well, doesn't matter. And one of the things about this game also is that your stats are relatively low compared to other RPGs. Oh, dang. I'm sure that there's a way that you can just run past him, but I just missed the timing. It's one of the things that this game did that was relatively unique, especially in the mid-90s, was having an RPG without random encounters. So you don't have the whole shtick of you're walking around an overworld or whatever, and you just run into something in the middle of the floor. Instead, all of the things that you can fight are actually on the screen, so you can avoid them at least to a good extent. I assume that I have to go where the sentries are. Ooh, shelter. That's nice. So shelters are akin to tents from Final Fantasy, if anyone's curious. Some poor soul. Incidentally, if anybody's wondering, I mentioned that this is kind of RPG Monday type of thing. And the reason I mention that is because before I was playing Dragon Quest XI, and I basically did that every Monday for quite a while. I also played it on some Saturdays. But the idea being that I wanted to find a fun game that I could play all through. And so I decided Chrono Trigger is a great one because I bought it quite a while ago on Steam, and I just haven't used it. I haven't played it. I feel like I'm missing something obvious here. Let's try going the other way. No. There we go. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that's smart. Let's jump through the random hole. Oh, that's how I get this stuff. I'll take it. Okay, now how do I get back? There we go. I just climb up through the ceiling because clearly that makes a lot of sense. Oops. Do, 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 do. I don't know, I think that was pretty worth it, getting a new weapon. And now we can go this way. Another fun fact about this, the techs especially that I'm using do take advantage of your position on the battlefield, which is something that very, very few RPGs do, especially this style of RPG. It's one that I wish Dragon Quest took advantage of, because in Dragon Quest you're able to move around inside of the what's it called, the area. But yeah, Dragon Tank. Yeah. Alright, so I really don't need one of those. Alright, let's go! Fun fact also, the music in this game is amazing. I don't care what anybody says, it's absolutely amazing. It's a fascinating question, what was that? Oh, shoot! Boss fight! I don't like that it's healing a lot. Ow. And once again, I do make the assumption that there is a much easier and more efficient way of doing this combat than what I am doing. I'm just sort of trying to do as much damage as possible. Right, well that's something at least. This is essentially the most powerful attack that I can do at the moment. I'd rather not have to spend a turn healing, but unfortunately I don't have a choice. Oh, it's down. I didn't realize that I had destroyed the body. Nice. Shouldn't need too much more. Oh, come on. He's healing more than I did. And I healed a lot. Yay! There goes his head. Fix it! Chancellor face. That's good. I could definitely use the shelter. Oop. We're not escaping. You got no proof? Oh shoot, I have to go this way? I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Brrr! Herg! Uh-oh. Aw, look, she's in her fancy dress now. Again with the hold it. Ah, the Chancellor. Whatever, I was found not guilty, so... Huh. No! And we're off. I need tech points. Time portal, biznitches. I think this is where we get to go into the future. Laters! Best Chancellor face ever. Seriously, isn't that like the most amazing Chancellor face? Ah yes, we are in the future now. If anyone was curious. More like, when are we? So this the future. It's for fantasy. With lots of stuff going on. Stupid rats stole my stuff. Ah! Evil plant! Ah! Squid face! Not cool, squid face. Quit it! Man, these guys have a lot of health. Ah! Get off me, squid face! Ah. That whole healing thing doesn't help. Yeah, and like I said, the music in this game is truly incredible. It's probably one of the best aspects to the game as a whole. Not probably, it is. That's just a fact. It is definitely one of the best things about the game. just might take him out at once. See, that's the problem, is now there's two things healing each other, basically. But yeah, the post-apocalypse theme music is definitely one of my personal favorites, from what I've heard. I've listened to the soundtrack on like YouTube and stuff. What the fudge? Getting those TPs is really nice. It's very helpful. Because like I said, it gets me new, what's it called? New techniques. I gotta wait for them to get a little bit closer together so I can use my tech here. Or I can just say, wait, no, dang it. Or maybe I should just not bother. There we go. Oh, hey, Rev. Great to have you, as always. Yeah, no worries. No worries about anything. You do you, sir. Take care and do the thing. I assume I'm like slowed or blinded or something. I love that they have the animation of her literally bashing the dude in the head, but it like doesn't matter. Just like, kunk! Oh wait, never mind, you missed. Come on. There we go, finally. Jeez. I don't know what that status effect that he put on me was, but it was really aggravating. On that note, one of the things that I've talked about it before, when it comes to dealing with games like this, RPGs in general, essentially, is the issues of XP. And essentially, are you leveled up enough to be where you need to be, and can you do what you have to do? Can you beat the bad guys when you need to? All that kind of yada yada, etc., type stuff. See, they're doing the same thing. I know that there are triggers for the fights as well, and basically if you run over one of the triggers, then the fight starts. That's how it works. I'm just trying to make sure that I get the fight done relatively quickly. Hey, that's my blood! Or something. Maybe. I don't know exactly what he took. Ow! I'm not a fan of the squid folk. Only one TP, that's rough. There we go. Now, I know that there's a boss coming up relatively soon. And I know that we have to go across the ruins as well, which is that little section. I think that you need to go in here. We're actually close to getting another party member as well, which is fun. So yeah, see, these are all the people. Supercomputer and food storage facility. Huh. Wow. Let me re-equip stuff here. Definitely nice to have some better stuff. I love the fact that she's willing to accept my money, even though she doesn't actually believe it's money. She's just like, are you sure it's money? Well, I guess it might be. Hey, it's Eag. Oh, okay. Good night to Tiny. Be well and awesome. You have the game with an emulator? Yeah, and that's one of the issues with games like this, right? Is it's really tough to play without, you know, doing a bunch of other stuff in between. Like, I don't like the idea of starting a game like this and having to stop constantly. I mean, that's essentially what I end up doing here on stream, but, you know, I do what I can. But hi, Yag. Good night, Tiny. Now, if memory serves, our next... our next character that we get is actually one of the guards for this area, I believe. I don't know exactly where I'm supposed to go. Oh, this thing! Okay, so this is the boss. Alright, now... I do know a little bit about how to fight this thing. Essentially what you need to do is not attack the actual body. Because what ends up happening is just massive pain and suffering. Alright, now we can go all out on this guy. Oh, oops. Shoot. Ow. No! It would be nice if I could do this a little bit faster, but I'm okay with that. That was the wrong person, but whatever. I should probably be using my flame thing, right? No, stop healing him. I keep selecting the wrong person. Been a weird day weather-wise? What is this? You had a tornado warning in the middle of Arizona? That is very strange. I agree. That is not something that you normally hear from Arizona at all. Oh, dang it. Stupid fire. Doesn't do anything to it. Like I said, I'm sure that there's a much easier and more efficient way of getting through this fight, but my way works, at least. I'm not dying, so I'm okay with that. Yes, breakdown. Woo! We did it! Go us! Those aliens, right? Aliens. Hooray! We did it, you guys! Yeah, no kidding. Seed? Magic beans! Rat is more than just a statue. AYB. AYB. Remember that, you guys. AYB. Movie, stupid rat. Move. Right. I pressed it. I don't understand. AYB. I don't get it. Did it work or not? There we go. Finally. God, that was annoying. Like, I knew what the code was, I just didn't know exactly how it wanted me to input the stupid thing. It's not my fault. I don't want to fight evil flying bugs. How do I get on the other side there? Oh, there. That's annoying. That was just a really odd way to make you input the code on that. But either way. So these are the robot guardian dudes. We should see one that looks a little bit different than the others relatively soon. I don't know exactly where I need to go. East of here. Oh, God. Dang it, Marl. Marley, whatever your name is. Visual record of the Day of Lavos. So, fun fact. This is where we learn what actually happened. Kids, pay attention now. You're back with fajitas? Did you bring any for me, Rev? Oh no, boss music! It's like ultimate boss music. Now keep in mind, this started in 1000 AD, and what we just witnessed was in 1999 AD. And we are somewhere beyond that. And now, we have a goal. We've got to do the thing, you guys. You know, it's funny, because one of the things that I always complain about in games like this is that it never matters if you say, if you say yes or no to a question, because you're forced to do whatever the thing is. And in this game, that's not entirely the case, because it is very much possible for you to for you to make actual decisions that change how things go. And yeah, so that's why I was a little bit nervous about saying no, because I've done that before. I did it in Dragon Quest where I was just joking around, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I just say no to everything, but then it just makes you do it anyway. But for this one, I didn't want to take that chance because it can change how the game ends. Now I'm trying to remember, because it's been a while since I've seen it, where you meet the robot. Spoiler alert, you get a robot friend. And I'm trying to find him. I have no idea where he is. He's basically one of those guards in here. But I just have no idea exactly where he's located. I know that he's here in this time period. Oh shoot. Stupid rats. It's the apocalypse. Exactly. It's the Lavapocalypse. Because we learn about Lavos. And it's one of the things that I love about this game is how they present the story. Because the whole shtick is that at the very beginning, you're not really given much of a story except that, oh shoot, the princess is gone, we have to go and save her. But now it's like, oh crap, this is big and scary and bad. Just stay alive. We haven't lost hope. Homeboy don't know how to grow nothing. Maybe you meet the robot at the Protodome thing. That might be it. And like I said, I've never actually played this game before. I've watched people play it, but obviously that doesn't mean a whole lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and save. Just for safety. Abandoned sewers. I'm not actually supposed to be here. I don't know what's in here. It might be something cool, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Yeah! Bro! I actually have no idea how to ride, so I'm in big trouble. Ah, dang it. So basically you can, if you manage to beat Johnny, then you don't have to walk across the ruins. And so it makes the trip much, much easier. So I'm hoping that I can beat him this time. Now that I know I've got a little boosty thing, that might help. There we go. It reminds me of all of those classic SNES and NES times when you're in some kind of a racing thing. So, Turtles in Time, the SNES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game did it, where you had sewer surfing was the name of the level. I even remember that. You also had Battletoads, of course, very famous version of that. Just all sorts of crazy stuff. What is this? Derelict factory. Evil slime! I'm gonna take a wild guess that fire doesn't do much to these dudes. It's funny because slimes are a very common thing to see in what's it called? In the Dragon Quest series. Huh. I'm sure that there's something I can do here. Maybe I need the robot for it or something. Oh shoot, I gotta get going. I'll see if I can get through this. I'll only be here for like another 5 minutes or so. I've gotta get going though. I've gotta get to work. And I still have to eat and everything else that humans do. I'm not using fire on these guys because after the battle with that boss, I'm not 100% sure that it works. So I'd rather just play it safe and use regular attacks. If anybody was curious as to why I made that decision. I'll try it here just for funsies. Anime short. What? That's awesome. Wait, what's padding time? I'm the world's preeminent slow runner. Oh, har har har. This classic slow run strats. Yes, Rev, that's obviously what I'm doing. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, Cyberpunk. I'd love to have it. Oh, here's the robot. Yay! World's preeminent slow runner. You guys are so mean. You made me so sad. I'm sitting here progressing in the game like a boss. Oh yeah! I love this guy's theme song. It's so awesome. I'm like super Ash Ketchum. Ugh. Well, it's gonna take me 20 years to achieve my dream of finishing something in first place. But I'll still be 10 years old somehow. Robo. Get him, Robo! There we go. Ooh. I don't know if there's a particular reason for leaving somebody behind or advantageous. No idea. I'm just rolling with my gut. Exactly! Everybody should hire Ash Ketchum as an intern because he is 10 years old and has 20 years of experience. It's amazing! Alright. Unfortunately, that's going to have to be it for me. I've got to get going because I need to work and I need to eat and I need to do all of those other very human things that one has to do. But, oh, incidentally, there you go. Right there. Woo! 2300 AD. Right there in the corner. So, if you guys were curious what year it was. So, essentially, this is like 400 years or 300 years after the Lavos disaster occurred. So, yeah, we're still not knowing, or we still don't know exactly who or what Lavos is, how that works, or anything along those lines. And it's so exciting because we're going to get to see it. So hopefully I will see you guys, if not Saturday, then next week when I play this again, because I'm just going to pick up right here where we left off. And so I'm super excited about it. But Hope that you guys have a great week. Hope to see you on Saturday. Not sure what I'll play then, but if you guys have suggestions, feel free to let me know. And for the time being, though, have awesome weeks, awesome times. Be well, happy, and good. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.